What's up, everyone? Another Void back with more Factorio for you. Episode 23 of this series. Trying to go to this cold is what I'm doing, actually. Just getting over a cold, so I sound kind of funky, and there's a lot going on. It's probably going to be a lot of editing. I'm gonna be like, oh, damn it. But so today, actually, let's go over what we did last episode. Last episode, we set up a defense train. You can see there's a defense network now running all around to our installments, right, with our defenses right here. You can see the train comes over here, and there's some like train stops where it's basically supplying ammo and stuff that gets destroyed a lot, like walls and inserters and stuff, just to keep our stuff going. It also added flamethrowers. As you can see, we got flamethrowers on there now. So we've got no problems with biters, even if they're, and there it is right there, actually. Even if they're humongous biters, it doesn't matter. Our defenses chew through them now. So now that takes the pressure off us as far as the time clock, right? The time is not ticking as hard on us as far as do something quick, do something now, that kind of stuff. So now we can get back to building. So that's what we did last episode. Now this episode, I got a couple odds and ends I want to get done before we really get started. I want to mine some uranium. We got some science that's locked behind mining uranium. So we'll do that. It'll unlock a lot of our nuclear tech and stuff like that, because I do want the ability to create a nuclear power plant. I don't think it's necessary right now so much because we're not consuming that much power. We're pretty caught up. All the plants are caught up. There's nothing going on. But eventually, when I do need to pivot to nuclear, I want to be able to do that without having to do science and some other stuff. So we're going to get that done today. Then I want to add a feedback mechanism to the oil processing to say only crack heavy to light and light to petrol when the petroleum gas is below 5K. Then do that process of cracking down. I might have to say only for the light, and then do a different condition when light and heavy are not balanced. I might think about doing that, actually, but we need to balance that system, because right now, because we're not making plastic, I can't get any heavy oil, right? I can't get any cracking going on at all, and so we don't have enough lubricant coming in. So we'll do that today and then we're going to start working on purple science, and I think that's just going to be what we do for a while. Purple and yellow science, keep pushing the tech. Today what we're going to do is we got to barrel up some sulfuric acid, because you have to use sulfuric acid to mine uranium. So let's create some of that first. First, we're going to create barrels. There we go. Nice. We're going to get some barrels very quickly. Again, 10 is good. We'll come back if we need more than 10. All right, let's get over there now, and what I'm going to do is, because we have some uranium with a build on it, I'm just going to copy part of the build off of it and then clear it out, and we'll mine some uranium and put it right back. So let me get a train here to get over there. So here we are, kind of on the network here. I'm just kind of riding this train over here. It's going to be over here in the inserter area. We really built this really just to do science. That's literally it. This doesn't feed any logistics or anything right now. It's purely for science. I had planned to use these builds for other things, but now that I just haven't done that, right? I haven't started using it. I still use my 1.5 bus. All I did was throw supplier chests on top of my bus, right? My mart, so I don't have to run over there all the time. So I think this is going to be the base. The base will be rebuilt once I can actually use city blocks and stuff. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm just going to pull this guy out. In fact, let's leave that so I know where it connects. And say, hey, put that over there. Just put this over here. And then what I'll do, just to make it easier for these guys, is I'll just pick up all these gears to make it easy, so I don't have to pick up all the gears by hand. There we go. Okay, sweet. So we're going to move that over. We're going to pop this down, and I'm just going to put, I guess I'll have to unbarrel it, right? And then I'll just put it right into a miner, and we'll mine some uranium. Actually, let's just do this. There we go. He's going to mine some stuff. Let's put it in a box, I guess. Why didn't it put it in the box? Oh, okay, we'll put it in the box. Let's let it sit here. I don't know, I might need some of this stuff. There we go. We got uranium processing. Now it opens up a bunch more stuff for us. Let's start researching that stuff. Actually, it's only one item. But eventually, we're going to get more stuff, like nuclear fuel processing and stuff like that. That comes with purple and yellow, right? You can see we've got purple and yellow stuff in there. So I wanted to get this unlocked, and I forgot that I also want some of these other techs, like the fusion reactor for my body armor and stuff like that would be nice, instead of relying on solar. Because these mods I'm wanting to use take a lot more energy, so that'd be just a much better system. So there we go. The next thing we also need to do, start thinking about doing, is the space platform stuff, it's time to launch a rocket. Now I'm going to do that after purple and yellow science, because there's a couple things I want in purple and yellow that are just going to help me out and make it easier for me to do what I need to do. So let's pick this guy up. Let's pick that up. Let's put this back. And then to make sure it still works, we robbed this guy a little bit. And now we can set this guy back up and he'll get running if he needs to run, right? When he needs to run. Not a broken build. All right, so those are checked off. Now let's go to the petroleum gas and add those check boxes in. Add those gates in so that we don't crack everything to petroleum gas, fill that up without making plastic, and now it's just sitting there while we need like lubricant or rocket fuel or some other thing that needs heavy or light oils. Let's do that real quick. Okay, here we are. I've already got some of this set up with this red circuit right here that's just reading the storage tank for petroleum gas. So I think this one's easy. I can easily set it up here. But what I noticed when I was trying to just set this up off camera, because I was like, I'm not going to put this on camera, this is dumb, is I need some circuit logic in here, because I can only take in one logic right here, right? Enable, disable, I can only give it one variable. Well, now we need two variables. We need light oil to be above 5K, and we need petroleum gas, I want to say, to be below 5K. Then we're going to start cracking it over, okay? So that means we're going to need some logic. This is the first circuit logic I've ever done. Arithmetic, a decider might be what we want. I haven't done these in a while, so just bear with me here, and I'm sure I'll cut a lot of this out if it doesn't make any sense. So let's do it like this, right? And then we'll bring the red down to here. And we'll put the red in the back of that. And now we'll put the green also into the back of this. There we go. So let's see what it says now. So see, we can add conditions here. So let's say, and this is coming off just green. I don't think it really matters, but we'll just make sure that it's correct. We'll say if light gas, right? And I wonder if you can copy. You can't. Okay, that's fine. If light gas is lower than 5K, which it's not, right? Not 500, 5K. Then condition true, okay? Because I think this runs off condition true. Well, the output. Output will be 1. When the output is 1, it'll turn on. The other condition has to be off of red, that petroleum gas. Oh, no, this is greater than. We need it greater than 5K, okay? When petroleum gas is less than 5K as well is when you should run. So just because you have a lot of light oil, don't just crack it immediately, okay? If there's space. You need to have a lot of light oil, like more than 5K. It's not a lot, but more than 5K. And petroleum gas needs to say, hey, I'm almost out. Could you crack some more over? Right? That's what we're saying here. So that looks good. A 1. I think it can just be a letter or something. Just say X equals 1. All right, when X equals 1, so we're going to reset this. We're going to pull this out. Let's make sure it doesn't pump anything. Let's re-put that pump down. And we're going to say, now we're going to do a green signal from you to you. And when you enable disable, when X is equal to 1. If X is equal to 1, go, right? But it's not equal to 1. 1 set. Okay, when X is equal to 1, go. All right? Now we can see that output signals is X, but it's not 1. Right? It's not. Input signals are not both positive, so it's not going to put out a positive signal. This guy should not pump, and he can't anyway, but let's replace a couple of things to see if he would actually pump or not. Yeah, let's take out some of this, and it'll actually, I think, remove some of this stuff. And that way, will it? Yeah, see how it's not full? So this guy should not do anything, and this should stay not full. It's not full. That means this is working. It didn't pump, okay? It's not saying to pump. Disabled by control behavior. This is saying no go, don't do it, okay? So we're going to copy the same thing, but we want the red output from here, right, to be for light. Okay, so that's done. Do we have anything else? I don't think so. That was the only tech we needed, and that's nuclear power, so we can actually do nuclear power, right? Gives us all the items we would need to do nuclear power. It's a heat-based system with steam turbines and stuff. It's really cool. We will eventually set it up, but we don't need that right now, so we won't do it. So this is also messed up, so let's take this pump out, put it back. This is not the way it would be. This is actually how I figured out that I need something else. Here we go. We'll put this pump back in because we need another one of these decider combinators. Let's place it down. Going to do the same thing. Let's hook it up. Green to green, right? Actually, we'll just do it from here. And then we'll say red off of this to the back. And I'm going to copy this, but I'll just change it to heavy. Actually, no. Yeah, light is coming in, right? But this is going to be the same. I just need to change the conditions. So this is going to say when heavy is greater than 5 and when light is less than 5, start cracking it over. Okay? So that condition will be 1. This should actually pump. So what we'll do again... Oh, it's empty. So we'll see that there's going to be heavy oil in here. It'll pump for a little bit, just a tiny amount. Now we got to copy this when X is 1 to pump. Actually, that guy's not hooked up to anything. That's the combinator. That's why. All right, so this should say when X is equal to 1. Go for it. Okay, great. And then we just have to hook this up. We'll see some fluid over there. And actually, it'll start working, I believe. Let's try it. Yeah, a little bit of pumping action. Then it'll stop. Disabled, right? It just ran for a tiny bit. But now, heavy oil's below 5,000, right? So it stopped. Now, these guys actually ran, I think. Just a tiny amount. And now this guy's probably over 5K a little bit. No, he's right at 5K. Okay, cool. It worked. So that's kind of fixed up. Now we won't have any... Now when we eat our petroleum gas with plastic, it won't immediately run these guys, right? They're going to have some fluids available for other stuff. Now, the problem really is, I believe I'm not going to be... Oh, this one just flows in. This should be running. It's just not hooked up. That's interesting. We should make it to where this is between 5 and 10K. So the only other thing heavy oil can make is solid fuel, and I think we need that for the rocket. But light oil makes rocket fuel. So I think we just need heavy oil to make us some solid fuel. So yeah, let's put a condition here as well that says you need to be above 10K to run. That'll leave some heavy oil in here for when we want to use... well, actually, yeah, this needs to be above 5K as well. So the condition here will be only that heavy oil needs to be above 5K. That'll give 5K for the fuel-making process. Okay, that's probably good. I'm just worried that this system won't balance itself. I'm pretty concerned about that, actually. All right, let's do that, I guess. Let's just add that. Because we really need that pretty badly, actually. All right, we'll do it like that again. And then we're going to do... Let's put this guy maybe here so he can power both instead. There we go. The condition here will be... The condition here will be... Oh, it's not hooked up to anything? Let's hook it to here. And the condition will be when heavy oil is greater than 5K. So both of these things will run. The thing with lubricant is it'll run regardless of what light oil is, right? So I think this is better because this actually prioritizes lubricant. So there we go. Great. That looks good. Then we just want one of these to connect to that. There we go. And again, it's not going to do anything because it's not higher than 5K. So let's let this flow though. This should be fine. I don't know why it was shut off. There we go. It's not going to process anymore because we got this in here. Normally that would process down to 0. So maybe this needs to be over 10K actually. Let's change this to over 10K because we're going to use this. That way we have a space where it'll crack down, like it's just extra, right? A space where it creates lubricant, and a space where it creates fuel. The fuel is the bottom because there's no condition, right? So we're going to say this needs to be higher than 10K. Actually, maybe 15K. Because we want a lot of this stuff. Well, let's see if that works. It might not. All right, sweet. We fixed that. Now what we're going to do, let's cross it off real quick here. Again, I really wish this was in-game, but that's an add-on, and then I would have to disable my achievements. So next we're going to do purple science. Now I've got some space to do rail, electric furnace, and productivity module. I think the first thing I'm going to do is electric furnace because I could actually use that. Rail, I already have. Productivity module, almost really never going to need it, so it's not as big of a thing for us. But electric furnace I could really use because I need to start cutting back on coal consumption. The base is getting really large, and I don't want to have coal issues like we had before, especially since we're still using it for power. So I want to make electric engines over here. This would be a productivity plant, like electric furnaces, assembly machines, stuff like that. Over here is going to be the rest of the electronics plant because I don't want to extend it out with landfill. And then over here is going to be like our space area, right? When we're making space modules and stuff, I'll probably have to move some of the depot to really get this thing going because it's going to run into that pretty shortly. And we'll put all of our launchers right here. Actually, that'd be kind of neat. So we can funnel that stuff back. It goes to launchers. It should be fine. I'm going to put the rail right here, just some little small builds right here. Rail and concrete are going to go right here. That should be pretty cool. Oh, that's me. Okay. So that's kind of the plan that I've got for the rest of this space that I have to work with. Again, that's why I was saying, I know people were saying it's really cool to make a janky factory when you have cliffs. I don't agree. I'm not really a big fan of that. But it is what it is, but I'm just not a huge fan. So I'll be removing that probably. Like, we're going to run into that pretty fast. All right, so let's get a build for electric furnaces. Again, we're going to use the smaller versions of things, right? We're going with the smaller plants, not the big ones anymore. So that's going to be inbound. In fact, it's backward, though. No, here we go. Here's the inbound for the new plant version 2. So let's get that guy in. He should go right over that-ish. I think it'll still fit. I just need to take this out. This is a slightly different size plant, so I got to be a little bit careful. This is non-standard. I think that's the thing I'm not really a huge super fan of too, is that a lot of this stuff now is non-standard. And I don't like that. I don't want non-standard stuff. I want standard stuff, right? I want a blueprint I can slap down and be finished. So let's let them build that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in, what do we need? What's electric furnace need? Okay, so we got centrifuge, nuclear reactor, heat pipe, heat exchanger, and steam turbine. But what we want is electric furnace. We're going to need steel, advanced circuits, and stone bricks. We have all that stuff. We just have to bring it in. And since it's relatively similar amounts of stuff, I'm not going to worry about... I'm just going to bring 1 carload of each of those in. So I think the next thing to think about is, are there certain ways I have to do this? Steel is 4 cars. Red circuit is 4 cars. And stone brick is 4 cars. I can do it in any order I want. So I think the first thing I'll do I can make a locomotive. Let's put them on here. Let's get them set up. Steel's going to be up here. Let's just lock this off. All steel, a whole car. That's fine. Then we're going to do red chips. We'll just do it in order that it says it set it up on the electric furnace. Ooh, I don't want that many red chips, though. I want that many. Remember, it's 200 per stack. And those I go through the least. 2? Man, that's a lot, right? This is 100 each, so this is 2 rows, basically. That's actually perfect because, remember, it was twice as much of the other stuff. I think stone brick is also 200. I think, can we look at that? Again, there we go. Uranium fuel cell and processing. Very cool. Stone brick. Oh, it's something I can't make a recipe for. Let's just go look. I can't make that, so it's not telling me what the stack size is. Let's look at this guy. No, not you, the actual thing. Okay, it's 100. So we'll do another full car of this. I don't have any on me. Let me go get some. All right, so this guy's going to be stone. We picked up a couple of stone bricks, right? Oh my god. Can I undo that? Thanks. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. Click the car, dude. Oh my god, it didn't do it again. You know what I'm going to do? Here, open the thing, click the thing. There we go. So we'll get a whole car of that, too. Sweet. Oh, then I can just put that in there. Let's give these guys some bots, I guess. They're a solo network right now, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. How much space would it be required? How could I connect to the network here? Oh, it's far. We'll just wait till this builds out, I guess. All right, lastly, let's cut this car off. Again, we don't want anything in the last car. Let's make sure... No, it's not sorting, so that's good. Let's give this guy some fuel. So let's set up the base first. This base is going to be production. So we'll actually use this. We'll say production, base, north, right? That's how we do these, right? Is that correct? Let's go look. Yeah, there we go. See, it's base north, base south. Okay, so let's set that up. That's going to be the only actual train on this location. Oh, we don't have it south. I don't even know if that fits, honestly. I think it does. I don't think this fits, but that's okay. It's going to load and unload. This is actually, no, this is production inbound 1, right? Man, I haven't done this in a while, apparently. Okay, so your main thing is production inbound 1. So let's go to production inbound 1 real quick. These don't sort in alphabetical. That kind of sucks. You're going to wait 2 minutes, right? Because that's what we figured out, is you just wait 2 minutes. And if we put stack guys in here, it's actually 60 seconds. We're going to say you're going to sit here for 60 seconds. Let's change these out with stack guys. I have enough, but we'll make some more just to be sure. These need to unload very, very quickly. I probably should re-update the thing, but I think for now it's fine. Okay, cool. So you're going there for 60 seconds. Then we're going to add an interrupt, refuel, obviously. Then we're going to add another interrupt that says get steel. Oh, here it is. Get steel. Oh, shoot. Yeah, get steel just goes to steel. Get steel. Boom. Let's look at it. It says for 1.5 minutes. 2 minutes and a half. Like, okay, it's already a thing, so I think that's fine. Let's add another one, but it's going to be get chips. Get red chip. We don't have one of those yet. I don't think we need 1.5 minutes. This is a lot smaller. So it should be 2 minutes, should be fine. Where's red chips? Like, seriously? Oh, right there. Okay, that's a lot of stuff, jeez. So we're going to add that. It's going to say, what are you talking about? Okay, when your item count for chips is lower than 300, we'll just do the same thing on all these. It's just easier to remember. Then do it. And what are you going to do if I do it? Okay, you're going to electric, red chip outbound, and you're going to wait for 2 minutes. 2 minutes should be enough time. If not, we'll reset this, but this should be good. Great. Save. Cool. Now we're going to add another one. It's get bricks. Oh, there is get bricks. Boom. Get bricks. Okay, cool. Save. And that's it. Like, let's send it to refuel. It'll go do the things it needs to do. So for this, do I want a whole can? No, I want 2. Right? For this, I just want 1. This is going to be red chips. And for this, I want 2 again. And this is just blank. We could just blank this out because I don't want anything in there. That way, if it does pick up something, it won't drop it off at least. Okay, great. That's the inbound. Do I need more inbounds? I'm wondering if I just go with outbound because I've got this stupid cliff here. Maybe we'll make 1 more inbound so we can use it. But this is going to trek things all over hell and back. That's probably okay. Let's make 1 more inbound in here before we move on. Actually, this is where it would be a good idea to copy this because it's different. Right? Let's copy this whole thing. I'll just remove the special stuff when I paste it. All right, I took the roboports out because they're just not necessary. So, oh, that's what it did. It automatically emptied it. That's why the bricks are on the end right there. Let's make sure that this is actually set up with the correct name because the guy won't know where to go if it's not. It'll just go to the other one. Inbound 2, there we go. I think we're going to be good. We have 5 more products we can bring in, so I think I'm good to go there. Let's make an outbound now. And yeah, I think my signaling is set up the way I wanted it. Let's get an outbound train in here now too. Right, this is going to be for our product that we build. Again, it's going to be really funky because this is a shortened version. But let's just leave a little more space. So let's put it right there, I think. And then we'll alter the build down here. Is really what we need to do. This is all wrong for this plant. I don't know why this is shorter. Oh, because I don't have space there. See? Okay, so he took off again. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see. Let's check him out. Where are you going? He's going to get more plate because, again, it didn't fill it all the way up. So let's make the plate also 130. So, because 135 is what he needed to really fill up. So we'll change the temporary also because that's there we go. Cool. Okay, so that's what he's doing. And how far did he get? Yeah, he's going to need a couple runs, like 2 or 3 runs probably, to fill all that stuff up. All right, so we're going to build this real quick. Do you guys like when I pre-build things or when I'm building them on the fly like this? Put it in the comment section, please. I should also probably do a poll for that. We don't need that guy. I just like these blocks are better, I think. Because you get these long strings of one big block, and then one train locks the whole thing up. I'm not sure that's a good idea, actually. Okay, so this is going to be outbound 1, right? So OTB 1. And the first thing we're going to outbound here is we're going to outbound these electric furnaces, right? So let's set it to that. Again, we should set this one up too. We didn't do that. We're going to say, look, on outbound 1, what you're bringing in is, first you're bringing in steel, then you're bringing in electric or red chips, right? And then you're bringing in stone, and it leaves 1 for the end there. All right, so that is going to be electric engines. We know that. Let's start getting the build ready. We're going to need, obviously, these dudes. I only use number 2s from now on. Also, let's get our stuff in real quick. This is going to be a little bit interesting because we don't have much space, and we need space for 4 belts in here, right? So let's just look at what that would look like, because those stupid cliffs are in the way. So the belts are going to need to be like this. Those are our 2 belts we need, right? These are going to be for these guys. Actually, it can't go there because it's going to run into that. Well, it can probably go underground right there, I think, right? It can barely make it, so okay, that'll work. That'll work. Normally, I probably wouldn't do that, but we don't have any space up here, so okay, I was wondering even if that would work, to be really honest with you. Okay, so let's get these underneath. Right? Nope, that's all we got. Okay, barely right there, nice. This is going to be pretty janky. Let's get this guy in first. Yeah, see, he won't go there, so he's going to have to turn. We're so lucky we have enough space to do this. There we go. So there's our 2 dudes right there. Now let's get them under here. Oh, this isn't going to fit. Oh my god, it fit. Wow. That's what she said. All right, so there are inbounds for that. We'll do the same thing down here. We'll just copy paste. We might have to change some of this, but that's fine. Let's do a vertical on this. All right, signals are out. Let's cut it and paste it again. Oh no, oh well, it's fine. I'll cut those in a second. Let's do vert on that so we can see what it looked like down here. That looks good. That looks good. I think I will move it out one more, though. There we go. That one's fixed. Then this guy can come out here. That way we won't have to do these undergrounds and stuff for that guy. All right, cool. Again, it's not connected because no thanks. Why would we want to? So we're going to have 3 things in here. 2 are coming from the top, 1 from the bottom.
5 hours later.
All right, so I figured out how I'm going to do this. So what I'm going to do is instead of merging a belt, I'm going to make all these input belts, which means we just need to flip these guys. They're going to take in from there, just like we do for science, right? Which means it's going to have external belts for the product. It just is what it is, and this will allow us to get, you know, more than 10 per belt, basically. This belt's going to run all the way through. This belt can do 20 of these guys, right? Not just 10. So I'm going to cut this off at, yeah, that's enough. It'll probably, the last few guys won't get anything, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is cut this now, because now it's too close. Move it back a little bit. Maybe that much, actually. All right, there we go. Moved it over. Now let's copy this and put it down there. It won't matter if I copy that because I'm not flipping this, actually. The problem is I can't flip the direction. The difference here, again, is that we will reverse these guys. There we go. And then we got in the center, we're going to have to merge them. So we're going to have to merge these 2 lines and then merge them again. And what I'm going to do is just send them underneath because we're just going to load it to there. So for now, I think we can probably get away with that. We probably should send them over, though. Yeah, we're going to play it safe. Okay, that's in. We're just going to run this belt literally up this way. It's going to run right into this guy, and then we're going to turn. We're going to get out of here. Like that. Okay, cool. Then this goes up and around. Okay, so I got the outbound belt set up. How many of these do we want? I feel like we want... Well, we're going to need a whole car, right? So we want a whole car's worth. Do we want enough for more than 1 car? Do we want this guy to strip this thing when it comes in to pick up? I mean, I guess. Maybe we should make this much, like 2 cars worth. Or at that point, just let it rip, right? Just make a whole thing. I don't care. Just fill that thing up. And again, these can be regulars. They don't need, because they're not coming out that fast. But we'll wait to see what happens here. Okay, let's get the power in. We're almost ready to let this thing rip. It's taking a little extra time just kind of get this thing moving, just because I am not used to building these builds again already. Let's go out to here, I guess. That'll be good. Okay, it's got power. Everything is kind of ready. What we need to do as well is we're going to have to run this down this way. Let's just do that. We'll run it through the middle, I guess. That's going to be kind of a problem because other stuff's going through the middle. But it is what it is. So this goes up actually this way. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. That can go all the way? That's kind of neat. I wonder if this guy can do that. Probably. Yeah, that's cool. That's way better. Okay. Let's hook the rest of this up, and then we'll start letting it rip. And we'll start getting electric engines. All right, cool. What is this? Oh, we don't have outbounds. Oh, my God. All right, let's put the outbounds in. In fact, I'm just going to do this and then copy it because this is crazy. Oops. Oh, we also need the power poles for that. There we go. All right, cool. Let's copy this because, again, it's going to be a problem everywhere. Copy the whole thing. Paste it down. And it won't change the direction of our belts, which is perfect because we don't want it to. It's weird that we're still getting in red chips. Why? That's very odd. I guess it's because it only has one row over there. All right, we're ready. Let's start hooking this up. This is the easiest part, so this should be a no-brainer. We got to have this come underneath and go down like that. I do want to leave some space if we can. I think we can, so we're going to do it. There we go. And then this just needs to run there. It's literally that simple. Now this guy, it doesn't matter which one we go on. It really doesn't matter. It should be able to handle it no matter what. So that should get everything we need for that. And then down here, we've got the inside guy, right? We don't need those. The inside guy is going to go here. All right, so there we go. That's all set up. So let's let it rip now. Bricks can go in. These guys can go in. Well, as soon as I can reach them, and we should be off to the races. There we go. Nice. All right, we should be getting electric furnaces. Well, we'll get them when it crosses paths right here. Okay, it's working so far. That's always a good sign. Not enough steel, though. It's probably good enough because I think they don't craft that fast, so we should get some. Yep, as soon as this guy gets 10, he'll start making it. That's a lot of resources, dude. Electric furnaces are not cheap. There we go. We're crafting up now. Nice. We should see them pop out. Again, they're very slow. All right, so we got electric furnaces coming out. It's going to take a long time to fill these boxes. Forever, right? Because we got what? 0.15. Because, yeah, like 0.15 times... We can do 20 machines, we said. That's only 3 per second. Like that, it's going to take... This is 10,000. So, if it's 10,000, right? 10,000... divided by 3, divided by 60, right? It's going to take an hour to fill these boxes, which is probably okay. Again, this is for science, so we're not going to need that much purple science all the time. We only need them for a little while, and then all of a sudden we don't need them again, so I'm not super concerned. Let's let this thing kind of go slow. Again, these can just be singles. I was just wanted to make sure before we actually changed them. Let's change all these guys because... These stacking or these bulk inserters are not cheap. Let's actually update this whole build, and I'll save it so I don't have to keep doing this. Okay, I think that's it. Let's save, and then actually that's not the right size, so I'll save it again when I paste it down again. But because remember, this is a different size plant than where you're typical. I can tell because of this guy, right? All right, so cool. We got that all set up. Let's check that off. Now I think what we do is productivity module. It should be really easy, and actually what we'll do is rail. Then when we do productivity module, we'll just do blue chips at the same time. We're going to need it for yellow science anyway, and we're already over there. Then we'll get the purple science all set up, and we'll let it rip. Because I think purple and yellow don't have a lot of extra science packs by themselves to unlock. So we should just do them at the same time. So let's go do rail real fast. That's going to do it for this episode. There's actually a little bit more. I had another build, but this video, I'm really trying to keep these videos at 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to push that over into the next episode. And I've got some ideas on how to shorten this up a little bit so we can get more builds in this 30 minutes time slot, right? So anyway, I will see you on the next one. Stay frosty.